turn the fuck up at this pregame. We smoke, we drink, we plot, and turn the fuck up at this pregame. We smoke, we drink, we plot.
All right. So we are back. I'm back. Says he's back in LA. It's love being out here, even though I haven't been here forever. And now I have two new guests this time. Got Bree, my sister, and we have Grace. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
Amazing.
Happy birthday, by the way. It was Grace's birthday. We celebrated it on the boat, had a good time, great vibes.
Yeah. Thank you.
So how do you feel, like, as far as the new age? Don't have to put your age out there, but how does it feel in the new chapter?
Yeah. That's a very good question.
Mm-hmm.
I feel good.
That's good.
I feel mature.
Mm-hmm.
I feel blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm happy to be 29.
Yeah.
And with, like, all the knowledge that I've been gathering, like, I'm happy.
That's good.
I feel good. And I feel like I've been really blessed with some amazing people in my life. So I'm grateful to God. Yeah.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
I think 29 is such a it's a unique time. I just remember when I was 20, it's like, oh my God, I'm almost 30. But then, you know, once you get to 30, you're like, okay, I'm here. It's not that bad, you know? But you're going to, 29 is just kind of like, you get to like oversee like how everything was, where am I going, type thing.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie, because even for me, I think I've always been a goofball, if Bree's never told you. Anyway, and I would say like 28, 29 is when I really started taking life serious, you know, just to make sure that I make the appropriate steps for me to get to where I want to get to. And just, I almost feel like even at that time I had to redefine myself.
Okay.
You know, and like that was the transition, like for me, I feel like becoming a man, like, so like it's a cool time. So I think you should just enjoy 29, and that's my words of encouragement on that. Bree.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's Capricorn season.
Hey.
Finale.
So how's LA? Like, how's living in LA? I know you guys, we just had the crazy fires happen. And
right.
I'm not gonna lie, when I flew in from Burbank, I was really trying to see a fire. Like, I was I was on the plane trying, like, where are these fires at? Like, and it's funny because other people on the planes were doing the same thing. We're all trying to at least see, like, because on social media, the fires looked crazy. The way they pushed that fire thing, it looked really crazy.
It was crazy.
No, I believe it, but yeah, social media. So that's why I was just intrigued to see, like, man, what's going on in LA.
So my offices are in Santa Monica.
Okay.
So that's nearby Palisades.
Yeah.
And I heard the news in the morning, and so I was like, oh, I wonder if I could see fire from my window. And I opened up my office window, and everything was ablaze in front of me. It looked unreal, and it was really real.
And it was really real.
And there was partners at the firm, their homes burned down to the ground, like done. And they came into the office, they worked that week, and they're looking for a place to stay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it was real. It really felt bad. I know my family,
Palisades,
we were fine, but it was like, it's really real, and it doesn't matter what level of wealth you have, it's traumatizing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you know anybody that got caught in the fires or anything like that?
No, not personally.
Not
my family was good.
Yeah, everybody was good. That's good. Yeah, no, it looked crazy. And honestly, just even from being in Arizona, like how, like, even these insurance companies, they knew that something was going to happen in LA, and for them to start denying policies even prior, and even pulling out, like State Farm pulling out of California, I thought that was insane. And you know, but they did see it, and I don't know, I mean, I feel like the governor could have done more preventative stuff, I feel like, with the fires, you know, so for it to not get that crazy. That's my opinion on that. But I'm glad.
You know, the
that
winds were really bad.
The winds, yeah, you can't control the winds really.
Yeah.
Right. But when there's also some people starting fires.
I think there were some people starting.
Yeah.
There's a
But
mixture
LA's
of a
always
lot
been
of
like a
things.
riot type place. Like this place is always,
Yeah.
even before, it's just
Well,
Wow.
my dad always said, like, don't buy a house on the hill because the fires will come. And this has been a well-known thing. Like,
Right.
growing up, he always said this to us.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, maybe we've been lucky to
right.
never have it get this bad. But it was just luck. Like, it was bound to happen sometime. It's kind of like earthquakes, you know. A really big earthquake was, like, in 1994. And it's 2025. It's like we kind of think like earthquakes aren't serious, but we could still have a big earthquake
Right.
anytime. Like, we're in that type of a zone where earthquakes are serious.
Right.
We just haven't had one in a long time, but it doesn't mean that tomorrow, right now, tonight, like, can't be an earthquake that's really destructive.
Well, knock on wood on that.
Yeah.
But what
Knock
kind of
on wood on
precautions do we have? Like, do we just pretend like this doesn't happen
Yeah.
and we just are all not
I
thinking
mean,
about?
clearly it's not scaring people. I mean, are people moving out of LA? I mean,
It's not about moving out. It's
You
more
know?
about knowing what to do when an earthquake happens. Do you
Right.
have protocols in place?
yeah.
Do you know where to go? Do you know how to like do you know what you're going to take out of your house, or like where,
Yeah.
you know, all types of things. Okay, what insurance do you have? So, like, there's so many things, but like maybe we don't talk about it enough because we're kind of spoiled and thinking, oh yeah, the last big earthquake was 94.
The last big one, yeah.
Like a
No.
big like.
But we don't even remember. In 94, I was like 5 years old, so it was. I just honestly, all I remember was that Target at the San Fernando Mission. I just remember that being on fire.
I remember camping outside.
That too.
So
We
our
I
house,
think we
like,
camped at some auntie uncle's house in like Puerto
our
Rico.
house, we couldn't move back into our house, so we moved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in
Our
No,
Uganda.
it was crazy.
Our pool cracked.
Mm.
Yeah, the pool did crack.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Oh. Yeah, I wasn't here.
yeah, you were chilling, huh?
I was in
UG,
Uganda, yeah.
So how long have you been in California now? Like, how long have you been out here in America?
Okay, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm making 8 years.
Oh, you've been here. Oh, you're here. You're here now.
I'm here now,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yeah.
were you in California first, or you were
Yes,
somewhere
I
else?
moved to Los Angeles,
Oh, you just moved straight here.
straight to
and
the valley.
never came and no
And
anywhere
never
else.
left.
Yeah, you're just like
Yeah,
my
locked
dad.
in,
My dad came straight to the valley.
straight to
Never.
the valley. Valley gal.
Yeah. So how you like it? How is it compared? Like, I like Uganda. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I like Rwanda, but I love Uganda. Obviously, the family's there. So how was even coming in as the transition for you? Like, was America a big adjustment, or was it just kind of like, oh, it's not that much of a difference? Or
It was an adjustment.
okay,
I'm coming from my dad's house,
yeah,
and now I can live on my own. Well, I wasn't living on my own. I was with my sister,
yeah,
but it's like I have that freedom. I'm 21,
right.
so I can go around,
You can go around.
yeah, and do things and explore, and try to mature into the woman that I am becoming today more. So it has been a bit of a
Okay.
change.
And what would you say as far as like before you got here, your perception of America, and then now being here for 8 years, how is it? Has it matched up, or is it like it's not the hype as it is, or has it lived to the hype, or you know what I mean? Like, how do you think? Where's your mind with that?
I was actually thinking about that.
Okay. Yeah,
Well,
tell
not
me.
right now. Like maybe like in the past weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I came to America and I'm like, this is a land of dreams. Anything can happen. You can be anybody that you want to be.
Right.
That was my perception.
Right.
Obviously in the beginning, and it still is my thought. But I feel like you can be great even from Uganda. It doesn't matter if you are in America or if you are in Uganda. If you're you can be great anywhere. You're the greatness. So it doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah.
So I think that has changed in that regard. But yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you think about when you come here and you speak the language and you meet people like me and my sister that don't speak the language? How do you view us? Like, do you look at us as you guys like, oh, they're Ugandan? But I mean, the only reason why I'm asking you this because I feel like, especially being in Arizona, because I mean, I really just we in the valley grew up with Ugandans, but I didn't really hang out with other Africans. I didn't have Kenyan friends or Rwandese friends or Congolese. I had one Nigerian friend in Torrance, but I still didn't even really meet him here. Met him in New York, and then figured out that we're both in LA. But like, I guess, what do you see like people like us? Because the reason why I asked that, because you see like Spanish people, they be laughing, like the Spanish people that come here, they laugh at the people that can't speak Spanish. Like, they're like, dude, like, how you don't speak Spanish? And like, they speak both. I was like, we still speak English even in Mexico or wherever they're at in South America. So what I want to know, because the only reason why I say that is because when I moved to Arizona, I feel like the Ugandans there, they do look at me differently. I feel like they look at me like an African American, really. I feel I get that type of energy from them. Like, I don't get like I'm a fellow like brother like you guys. I am Ugandan, but I feel like it's still like, nah, you're
like,
black.
You're black.
Yeah. I just get, they don't say it to me.
Right. That's how you feel.
I guess 100% get that energy. And I feel like I never even got that growing up in the valley. Like, we went to the Ugandan church.
Okay.
I go to there's the Ugandan restaurant over there in North Hollywood that everybody goes to, and they're Muslim. And I go in there, no one's made me feel that I'm not Ugandan. You know what I mean? So I always, and I'm happy that the valley's never, we went to a Ugandan mechanic. Everything was Ugandan. And I felt like they never looked at me like not a Ugandan.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you speak Luganda?
No.
Sebo. Oyogera Luganda.
I'll answer for you.
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say, I think I don't look at you differently. You know, I think it's how maybe I see how you're embracing the culture. You know what I mean? Are you learning? Trying to learn Luganda. Are you trying to be around your people? You know what I mean? Are you trying to build that community? So if you are hanging around them, you are considered Ugandan. You know what I mean? Like, if you are embracing your Ugandan side, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just embracing, maybe obviously being born here, you are, Ugandan American, but you were born here. You know what I mean? So as long as I see that, you're trying to, take on the culture, you're trying to learn, you're trying to be around your people, you're supporting the mechanics, that's good. You are Ugandan, yeah. So I don't look at it different. But then if you are not embracing the culture, then I'm sorry. Are you Ugandan?
Got it. So as long as you're not necessarily, even if I don't know the language per se fully, but if I'm actually involved in the culture and around fellow Ugandans, like, I'm a Ugandan.
And supporting, and you're trying to be around the community and learn something. And maybe at one point, I hope that, you learn Luganda, but
I do.
Yeah.
Because I do.
It's nice. I think it's a beautiful culture.
I do. And I know, I'm not going to lie. So I was slacking. Like, my auntie, they had a little Zoom meetings where people were learning. I know Bree's laughing.
How'd that go, big bro?
I'm not going to lie. I went to like maybe 2 or 3 sessions.
Huh?
I did like 2 or 3
Great.
sessions.
Okay.
Yo, I did like 2 or 3. Yeah.
Sassy.
Yo, I did like probably like 2-3 sessions.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Is
that's
it?
good.
No, that's not true, bro. You came.
I did
the first class.
No,
and never came back.
No, I thought
that's exactly what happened.
No, I did.
Because I was in it every day, every weekend, every other.
It was a Sunday.
She was.
Yeah, she
was.
was
So beautiful.
No,
to
it
see.
was. It
No.
was. No, Bree was. I saw.
She doesn't play. She wears gomesi. She's in it. Yeah.
No, I am proud of you, Bree. And then even like
Yeah.
when we were greeting on the phone, you're testing me. Like,
Yeah.
yo, that's
Big
awesome.
speeches. Yeah.
That's awesome. No, that's what I'm saying. So, Auntie, when you do it again, when are they doing it again? Did she say she's gonna do it again?
I mean,
or was
Yeah,
what?
okay.
Do you know the situation on that?
I'm not sure yet, but
Okay.
I'm still gonna keep writing and like speaking and
Yeah.
So so who's proofreading? Like, are you giving it?
There's a guy in Uganda. Yeah.
Oh, he's in Uganda. Wow.
Yes. Yes.
So even that guy that we're talking to, he was in Uganda.
He was in Uganda.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was actually really nice. Yeah.
And she's commenting, in Luganda now. Like, when she's texting me, she's texting in Luganda.
Oh, I was always wondering if you guys were Canadian. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
I love
Okay,
it.
I'm like, I can't say you're not you guy. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
This is
that's
my
awesome.
sister, yeah.
But it's in my blood. Like, I feel like it's like, okay, like, what am I supposed to say I am? Like,
No, but like embracing it.
I am. Like,
Yeah,
it's
embracing
like,
it.
But it is interesting, like being born here, because like maybe you could tell, maybe you could not. Someone might say, "Oh my gosh, like you have an accent. Where are you from?" Like people
Right.
ask me that, but not knowing anything about me being Ugandan. They're just curious, like, where are you from? Because
Right.
they're like,
Do you get, Bree? Let me ask you. Well, no. Before I ask you, I want to ask Grace. Grace, do me and Bree look Ugandan? Because I like if
Yeah.
okay, yes. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've no one's looked at me and be like, "You're a Ugandan man." Never. I've never gotten that. I always get Rwandese, and I don't even know why I get Rwandese, because I feel like they're taller men. Like they're actually. It's funny. I had this conversation with some of your friends on the boat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm like, I wish at least I was like 6'2". Like they're like 6'2", 6'3". Like, I mean, yeah, thank God I'm not too short, but still, like, that's why I don't see how I get Rwandese. But anyway, so now I wanted to ask you if we look Ugandan. And Bree, has anybody said that you look Ugandan? Has anybody came to me like, "You're a Ugandan woman"? I can already see it. Like, have you gotten that before?
I've never gotten it. I've never gotten it.
Me too. I haven't either. I personally haven't either. I haven't either because I always get I'm Rwandese. That's what I get. They're like, "Oh, you're Rwandese, huh?" And I'm like, "Nah." And then when they hear my name and they're like, "Oh, no, you're definitely not Rwandese. Your name is not Rwandese at all." So they know when they hear my name, but then when they see me, never gotten Ugandan. And I'm waiting that one day someone to look at me and be
It's
like,
gonna come. Your wife, she'll tell you.
yeah, you're a Ugandan man. Like, so anyway.
It's funny though, because I'm really good at spotting out Ugandans, but I know
Isn't that
everybody
crazy?
gets so shocked when I come up to them and I'm like, "Where are you from?" And then they're like, "Uganda," and I'm like, "Yeah, I knew it." And they're looking like, "Who's this like bazungu looking, asking me questions?" They're like "What?" Yeah, like, "Who's this
Who's
girl? Like,
asking
who's
you
this
that,
American
right?
like
Bazungu
bazungu
is
is looking at me
crazy.
like
Yeah.
asking?" So I think it's so funny because I really know.
You
And
really
then I'm
know.
just so proud of it. So
That's
No,
awesome.
that's good.
That's good. So
That's good.
Grace, do we look Ugandan?
I already told you, you do.
You
Like
actually do,
I met
okay.
her. They were like Ugandan. That's how we met.
Okay. No, like, preconception, because maybe you already knew, like, mutual people that we know, so you're just,
Duh.
so that's probably why. But okay, if you didn't know, like, if you saw us on the street, or maybe you guys hung out at some social gathering, would you look at her and be like, "Oh my God, this is my sister. This is a Ugandan sister. Hello, Chanyabo." If you did that off rip, that's basically what I'm trying to
This
say.
is like off the riff.
Yeah, off the rip.
If like they hadn't introduced us or
Yeah,
anything.
you just that's what I want to know. It's more. It needs to be on
Because
site.
I've never looked at it that way. Like,
Yeah, I mean-
outside of that.
Right, because I'm just saying, like, because you can tell, like, when I see a Nigerian, oh, that's Nigerian. When I see a Rwandese, oh, that's a Rwandese. Like, Rwandese, Nigerians, Kenyans, I'm still
Yeah, but
learning
you
how to
can't-
identify them.
You can't miss the body. You can't miss the Ugandan body. Can't miss
Okay,
it. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
fair.
I mean, yeah.
yeah, okay. I believe you.
Yeah, you can't miss it.
I
Like,
believe you.
I
I
would be
believe you.
confused.
No, I believe you. I'm only saying that off look. It doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I
it's
know.
like I want people to just look and identify.
Maybe
"That
if
is
you
a
don't speak,
Ugandan
just
man."
don't speak.
Yeah.
But if I look at you, I'll probably be, I can see that.
I know people
Yeah.
can tell I'm African. You get that at least, right? Do you get at least you're African?
yeah.
People can
Yeah.
tell that I'm African. They that at least they can be like, "Oh yeah, you're African, bro."
Okay.
But then, can you be more specific? Can you actually
Never. There's no
identify
one that's
what type of African
So where
I
did
am?
they put you then?
What
Like,
do you
Bree,
get? Yeah,
where
what do you get? I get Rwandese, but what do
They
you get?
probably ask
Oh,
first.
they just asked.
Yeah.
But what
they
about like
probably
other Africans? What do they think that you look like? Okay, maybe African
Africans
American
probably
might
don't
not.
think I'm African. Probably like they're
Really?
like, yeah, they're probably because like let's say majority it would be a Nigerian. It's just majority.
I get Nigerian from non-black people. That's the only time I get Nigerian is when they're even an African American wouldn't call me Nigerian. They'll be
Right.
like, "You're African," but I don't. They don't call me. I've never had any of my African American friends call me Nigerian ever. Nah, never.
Okay.
Actually, I think people don't know.
But they know I'm African. But they've never said Nigerian. At least to me, they never.
Okay.
right, they don't
It's
really
only
know.
like non-African
They don't know.
people,
But they'll ask-
non-black people in general call me Nigerian. They
Right,
just
they'll
do it.
ask. They'll ask still where you
It's
from.
almost like Chinese. Oh, you're Chinese or you're Mexican. Everything's Mexican. It's not like type stuff. Like
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
They'll ask where you're from. That's I think really what the question
Yeah.
would be.
Yeah.
Like where are you from? Because I
Where are
can't
you
really
from? They're really
place
just
I
trying to
can't really
ask.
place you, but I have some.
because you kind of probably look different.
Right. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, no, we're from in the club. I'm just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I feel like the Ugandans come to the valley. It's becoming more and more. I see Ugandans, in the
are coming
valley.
to the valley.
In
They
the valley,
are.
though, which I think is nice. Like I think
But Ugandans,
They like
you
nice
guys, they're
things.
the fastest word of mouth people. Like you say one thing, all the Ugandans know about it. It's almost
feel
like
like it's all
faster
the
than
communities.
Twitter. Like they don't even need social media. It's like bang, you're gonna know like what's going on. Like it's
well
crazy.
because it's small. It's not like so big.
Yeah, like Dad was telling us that I think it was last year. Bobby Wine came to some event in Woodland Hills. He's charging $250 for people to come in, and it was packed.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, he could do that in LA. And I just saw his documentary. I don't know if you guys seen it.
It's on Netflix.
No, it's actually on Hulu.
It's on
Oh,
Hulu.
okay.
It's on Hulu.
Go check it out.
And yeah, because you always, for me, like, wanted to catch up a little bit on history on Bobby Wine per se. And wow, his story is incredible. But, I always hear like other Ugandans' opinions about him. So I feel like it's always, every time I hear, like, talk to Ugandans about it, it's always 50-50 with him. Like, some people really love him or they don't like him at all. Like I get like it's hot and cold. I never gotten like, oh yeah, he's cool. No, people really like, yes, Bobby Wine, and then other people are just like, no, I don't know. Like that's been my observation. But I mean, I think from outside looking in and looking at his story, I think it's incredible. I think he really cares about his people, and he has the music, which is so powerful. He's almost doing like the Martin Luther King stuff, and then he's doing like Bob Marley type of stuff, like revolutionary type of music, and then he's doing like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King speeches. Like I think that I feel like there's nobody else out there like that. Like I think that's what I think intrigued me about Bobby Wine's documentary. Or it's not really a documentary. It's really more of like a vlog of his life, of what it is now, like him trying to campaign against Museveni and all that kind of stuff. So it's not really like a story on him, but you kind of get to see like the trials and tribulations on what he's going through, trying to fight against the government, and having his music get canceled, not being able to put out music, and the government's really like strong arming his hand, like. So I thought it was interesting, you guys should check it out.
Yeah.
What's it called?
I really think it's called Bobby Wine.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's like the Bobby Wine, and something, and I think, yeah, no, it's on Hulu though.
Okay.
It's on Hulu. It's like probably like an hour and a half
Oh, good.
documentary.
we'll-
So
we'll
have
check
you
it
been
out.
back, or
Yeah. Yeah.
you've been back?
I've been back so many times.
Oh, already back.
Yeah.
Where else in Africa would you want to go, or if that's, or if
Like
that's
visit or?
visit? Yeah, just hang out and.
Oh, I want to go to Mombasa, Tanzania, and Kenya.
And Kenya.
Maybe go back to Addis Ababa.
Oh yeah, Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously now, West Africa is like hot, but
West Africa's hot.
Ghana, Nigeria.
I want to go to
Ghana's
Nigeria.
giving people citizenships.
No,
like
I know, I
Americans.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, African
Black
Americans
Americans.
can get citizenships,
Yeah.
man.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's
and I've
cool.
been seeing, a lot of people are embracing it. They're getting it. They're getting their passports. They're dual
They have
citizens.
Dirty December.
That's dope.
Yeah.
No, I think that's dope. What about you, Bree?
Zanzibar.
You want to go to Zanzibar?
Yeah.
Okay, that's your next African trip.
Yeah. Oh, and Uganda. I haven't been back to Uganda in a while.
I know you haven't been.
I need
back.
a month though, so that's something I definitely.
We do need to go back to Uganda. It's already been 10 years for me.
Honestly, you know what I do foresee too, like part of my wedding celebration ceremony. Something has to be in Uganda.
That would be awesome.
That's just like I
So
know,
we
like
gotta do
whatever
a
husband. Hey,
destination.
you
Yeah.
gotta know, like we're gonna do some destination stuff to Uganda.
For sure.
Destination stuff to Uganda.
Yeah, we have to make it in the mix. Like yeah.
I just want to make it easy for my people. I'm just gonna get married in LA, honestly. If I get married, I'm getting married in LA because everybody's here. It's easier. There's no destination. You know where,
the reason why I say
you know where my event is at.
The reason why I say it is because, I'm more of the traditional person where I would give up my last name. And that's still tough. Like, as I get older, it actually, like...
But you can add it.
Yeah, but I really always just thought you're supposed to take your husband's last name.
You still can.
Yes. But
I
I'm
think
saying
you
the
add
fact
on.
that
I
I
don't-
have to, kind of, adjust Kagozi in any way.
Oh, and Mom just gave us a definition.
I saw it. I
Oh, she
read it.
Yeah, wow.
I read it.
loved
Yeah.
I read it out
She read
loud.
it out for me. It was beautiful.
Yeah. Well, okay,
Yeah.
you did. Your mommy did send it to you. That's awesome.
Come on, bro. Like,
Yeah.
my
so
mom.
okay, I think that's awesome.
So yeah, I feel like I want to incorporate, the Ugandan in me. Like I want to somehow incorporate that. So I don't care about, if you don't want to come like to Uganda. Like yeah, I'll
Okay.
probably do something
But I'm-
here. But I mean, like I'd love to have like a destination thing, maybe a Kwanjula, something
right.
That's
That's no. I respect that.
in Uganda.
I respect that. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But you can whoever you marry, like you can keep your name. Like I just don't think that you should. You don't have even.
Respectfully, I think that I should take my husband's last name.
Yeah, you can though.
And I'm okay with that, but it does, like, as I get older, I think about it like, oh, like, dang, like I like my last name, it's really nice.
You can still have it. You just add on. You don't
Like
have to
hyphen?
because I don't like the hyphen. No, just
What would you
add
do?
on.
Okay, like
you
making
just
my middle
literally just add on Brianna Chanel, not Chigozi, and then just whatever his last name. You just add it. Like don't hyphenate it. Just add
So
it
what
on.
are the kids' last name?
The kid's last name is gonna be his still.
Okay, not
Your
with my
name,
add-on.
you keep your name, but no, your children won't have that name.
It's not with my add-on.
No.
Okay.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like you could still keep yours, but when it goes to the children, no, it should be his. That's how I think it should be.
And that's like respectful.
Yeah, I think it should be like that. So I'm not even my wife. Like she doesn't have to get rid of her name. She can just add Chigozi at the end, and then you're Mrs. Chigozi. Then our children are Chigozi. Like that's how I look at it. So I'm like, for you don't have to get rid of it. You will always be a Chigozi. Period.
Boombe clan.
Right. No.
So what clan are you? That's a good question. What is your
that's
clan?
crazy because the other day we were looking at what they actually look like. Sure.
the
And I
animals.
was showing
Yeah,
her.
the civic cat. You saw
Yeah.
it? It's like a little rascal.
Yeah. Ngeye clan.
Oh, which one?
Ngeye.
Ngeye.
Yeah. Ngeye clan.
What does that look? I've never heard that one.
It's like a monkey with like
It's
it has
a
like
monkey.
but it has like a white
Face.
deformation.
So where is your family in Uganda? Like where do they reside? Where are they?
They reside in Bunga, Kampala.
In Bunga. They're
Yeah,
okay.
Kampala in the
In
capital
Bunga.
city, but in Bunga, it's a
Yeah.
suburb.
Oh, okay. Yeah, your
Yeah.
friends are testing me. They're like, okay, where's your family from? And I answered. They're like,
Oh no, you
They
know
did. They
have
put me
that
on the
thing.
Where are they from, bro?
okay, mommy's side is Buziga, and dad's side is Lunguja.
Oh, good.
Okay. Wow, actually, I didn't know daddy's side.
Yeah, you start saying, "Are you Ugandan?" They start asking you, "Okay, so
Yeah,
where
yeah.
are you from?"
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know Buziga, but
Muziga's mommy side, Lunguja's daddy side.
Okay, and you said it really good.
Buziga. Oh wow.
Nice.
I'm proud of you.
Something,
Okay.
goddammit.
Yeah.
I gotta know something.
Very
And
good.
it was so funny. So, some of your friends that live in, I really enjoyed talking to them yesterday, and I was talking about with them like what's really hurt not speaking Luganda. Like the one time, we've gotten away with it for so long because Ugandans speak English, so it's cool. We've gotten away with it. But honestly, I had one experience that I didn't get away with it, and it's my dad's sisters and my aunties. My dad's so I met them in 2015 for the first time. We went to the village. They live in the village, so they don't know English at all. Zero, nothing. Like not even a hello. I don't even think nothing.
Okay.
So when I got to meet them, it was so emotional because it's like I saw the love from they saw the love from my side and I saw the love on their side, and all we were just doing is hugging each other because we really couldn't communicate.
Right.
And I was like, damn, I don't know Luganda, but I could even tell them they felt bad that they didn't know English. Like it was a mutual thing. Like it was like it was funny, and I was just making sure we held each other, and I was just like, oh my god, like we can't even. But it was still sweet. You could tell they were very warm-hearted. Like I enjoyed even still experiencing hanging out with them, but it hurt. That day was like, damn. That was the first time I was like, man, I've been getting away with speaking English this whole time.
Right. Not today.
And the roadblock finally came. So
But
that one really, I love my auntie still.
Oh,
But
good.
yeah.
but at least you're able to like embrace each other. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And
We got.
you were
we still,
communicating in a way, and you could understand.
Yes, it was
like
very
I get it, but it's
nonverbal,
like
of
yeah,
course.
boy, that day.
yeah. It was very nonverbal. Go ahead, tell.
But you know how to say like hello now, like okay.
Yeah. So like that, and then but I'm saying like you could tell like with them it was just kind of like man like this is our first time ever even meeting each other, and we really couldn't even communicate. So that hurt a little bit. But
people get married and they don't speak the same language. So
Right?
everything's out there. You know,
that
it's all out there.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
That would be tough.
And then they learn, and just like you said, like that love, and somehow like they work it
Maybe
out, they
nonverbal
figure it
is
out.
better, huh?
Oh, my God.
You don't say.
So how is it? Let's talk. Since we were talking about that, how is like the dating scene in LA? You always see on Instagram like, oh, LA's one of the worst places to find somebody. Like, I mean, I don't get into the statistics. Even Phoenix is up there as one of the worst too. So how is it in LA? Can you find love in LA? Yes or no? Any of you guys could start.
Yeah, it's loaded.
It's loaded.
I think, you can find love anywhere.
Good.
Okay.
Really, it's anywhere. It has to do with you being able to communicate what you like, being open, honest, and having a connection with someone, having loyalty with someone. And it can be anywhere. But just like anything good is hard work. Anything good is hard work. It's like in anything you do. Just like when you go to work, it's like you have to work hard to get a certain position. When you play sports, you have to work hard to win championships. When you want a relationship, you have to put in work to get a quality relationship that you desire. So it's like whatever you're putting into it, also your mindset, like how you think about it is probably true. If you just think dating and everything's so sad, everyone's so bad, everyone's lying, cheating, doing all that, okay, they're all going to be doing that because that's also your mentality.
Right.
But when you open up your brain, your mind, your heart, your soul, and you really desire something, it comes and you meet the person, and it's just in the timing. They talk about the city being so bad.
Right.
But you could go to a different city and still get crazy results too, like where it's negative.
Right.
I don't think it's the location. I think it's literally you and who you connect with.
Okay. But I mean, okay, even with who you connect with, like, what about like the quality of men? Like, in a synopsis, is there good quality men in LA that actually could be a potential candidate that you can actually take seriously, or what are your? Well, let me answer that. I don't want to add more to that, but is there quality men in LA?
I think they're quality men, but no, are they like readily available? Um, yeah.
Or is it quality men, or they're not meeting your expectations?
Huh.
Because that
I
is
like
also,
that.
yeah, because
I
that's
wanna
also
touch on that.
I think
yeah. No, I want both of you
so.
guys to talk.
The way
yeah,
I
go ahead,
think about certain things, it's like in my mind, it's a world of possibilities.
Okay.
That's how I like default my thought process. I think there are quality men. I think that no, they're not like every block. Like Starbucks is on every block.
Right.
Every block is a Starbucks. Like it's
Right.
not necessarily like that, but it shouldn't be like that.
Right.
Because I always think like valuable things are not just everywhere. Valuable things are like more like unobtainable.
Okay.
That's how I think, because like how do they value stuff? Like if everybody can get it, is it like valuable?
Right.
Or it's like when it's a little more like it's like a different level and it's like scarce now and people want it, now it's the value is higher.
Right.
Yeah,
I get that.
and then
That
to
makes
get value, again, you have to have either the means, you have to have like some hard work to obtain it.
Right.
So that's kind of how I look at the relationships. Like if I desire this certain type of quality guy, I also would contribute to like my mentality in
Okay.
how I believe in being feminine,
Yeah.
appreciating a man. That's then where you have more opportunity to meet somebody that's going to match you.
Mm-hmm.
And it shouldn't be like anywhere you go you find it. It's more like in that right timing, that person is there. That person will connect with you, and it doesn't matter where you're at, it'll happen because of just that, like, I don't know, that desire or your conduct and how you display yourself.
Okay. Grace, what would you say? I want to hear your 2 cents.
Yeah, I'll give you my 2 cents. I
Yeah.
think we'll go back to like the first question.
Yeah.
Dating in LA.
Yeah, dating in LA. Yes, yeah, I'm glad that dating
In
in
the
LA.
city of angels.
Yes.
Lost and found.
Exactly.
I think, again, I wasn't dating in LA for like a very long time.
Okay.
I used to like date long distance.
Oh, okay.
And then, obviously, thankfully, I started going to therapy.
Okay.
And, my therapist told me something really good. She said, yeah, change your perspective, because I'm thinking, oh, there's no guys. I used to think there wasn't any good guys in LA.
Right.
So it's up until recently I've been more open to even dating guys in my city, because she's like, there's over 1 billion people in LA. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
You can find someone, so your perspective, and what you tell yourself in your mind is very, very important. Obviously, going back to what Bree said. So it's possible. It's possible.
Right.
But it's how you think about it and how you look at
Right.
it.
That's good. So your therapist kind of gave you an open perspective a little bit more.
Right.
Okay.
And, I
Give
wasn't
you
looking
more
at
of
it like that until I went to therapy, and then I got that insight. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
Yeah,
I was dating long distance for the longest time. But, why? You could date over here.
I know. I feel like I am always caught up in that too. So I definitely understand what you.
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
that.
And, I opened up my mind more. I opened up my, perspective. And I've been more open to dating here.
Okay.
Now, talk about the quality.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk about the quality. Talk about the quality.
Again, it will be a perspective. But
Okay.
as far as the quality of the pool is there's some peace in the pool. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, that's
But
cool.
like-
That sounds hope. That's hopeful. That's hopeful. Okay.
Now, did you hear what she said?
I said there's peace
There's
in the
peace.
pool.
There's peace in the
no,
pool.
no. Okay, he heard peace in the pool. She said piss
Oh.
in the pool.
Okay, then I misinterpreted. that.
There's piss in the pool, like kids pee in the
Oh
pool.
God.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, I was slow. Okay. Dang, did you get that? Did you get it? He said, "Yeah, I got that." Shit, okay.
Oh, you did?
He did get it. I was
Okay.
like, I thought she said peace in the pool. I'm thinking peace in the pool. Like,
What
there's
pool?
peace.
In the dating pool?
Yeah, I thought like peace in the dating pool. Yeah, but then you
Oh.
actually said pee.
I meant
that's
PvP.
There's
That's
piss.
okay.
Piss.
Okay, all right. Go ahead now.
Pig.
Let me
Urine.
keep going. Keep elaborating on that. Go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna touch on that a little bit. Obviously.
Okay, go ahead.
Obviously, again, going back to like perspective
Mm-hmm.
and like again, you're not gonna find the quality people, I guess, readily available.
Right.
So it takes work, but a lot of work which people are not willing to do
Right.
on themselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? Being better, showing up as better people,
Right.
going to therapy, healing, trauma from childhood, and just trying to show up. It is a lot of work. I'm not even going to lie.
Of course.
It is. And, like you go back, from time to time, but at least trying, to be that quality person. So I guess that there's a lot of people maybe who are not trying
Right.
to work on themselves and, not showing up better.
Right.
But that doesn't mean there aren't people who are,
Right.
So best believe, someone who is not showing up as their best version, someone else is going to do it,
Right.
If you don't do it, someone else will do it,
Right.
but
of course.
I'm not just going to sit there and like wait on you to like be better, right?
Right.
I'm going to move on.
What do you think is the best way? Because it's like you see all these relationship conversation. That is the spike on podcasts. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I don't even talk about relationships ever in any of my content.
Okay.
I'm talking about relationships now because I have women here and and quality women, and I want to understand like people are obviously trying to crack this code. And people are so intrigued on content about relationships. They're like, how do we do it? What are we supposed to do? I think because I watch content. I don't watch anything else. I only watch YouTube. Like, I only watch content. So from the relationship context I've seen, it's always kind of like there's so many different perspectives. I think the only one I really respected, there's a guy named Antoine Daniels. He's a guy that has a big YouTube channel. Does podcasts, does morning show. He does a whole bunch of stuff, but he's a content creator. But he basically he's the only person that I felt like it made sense to me, and he's basically saying like a man is just supposed to be working on himself, and the woman will identify who that man is, and follow in his purpose. So a man is supposed to already have his purpose aligned. So when it's aligned, a woman is supposed to identify that, not saying like, oh yeah, like he has money and all that. No. It's more of like, okay, he's walking into his purpose. As a woman, I see that. Now, how do I fit in his purpose? That's what and honestly, that resonated with me. That made sense to me. And I feel like a man is supposed to be in his purpose. He's not supposed to be looking for a woman. Like, we're all trying to chase money. We're all trying to chase the women, like, or chase the bag and then the woman falls. But it's not supposed to be monetary, like money. No, it's supposed to be like you see who he is, and a woman is supposed to see that and aligned herself with his purpose. And I feel like that was when Antoine preaches that. I think that just makes sense to me. I don't know. I wanted to know your guys' opinion on him, and he's a really. I love his content. I watch him a lot. Like everything else, like Red Pill and all that. Yeah, there's some good things with Red Pill, but I think it's still super extreme too. Like on some of the, perspectives and beliefs. But I think with Antoine, it's like he's very traditional. He's, got married early. Like people say that we should be getting married earlier. And I know it doesn't sound appealing really, because it's kind of like, we grew up like, hey, like take your time, like, go to school, finish, get your stuff together, and then do it. Well, but then it's kind of like they're like, no, you should actually find a woman earlier, like, and earlier kind of more success, because I feel like, even a woman, she's supposed to be in her most intimate stage, like as far as having experiences with men, doing, and not just sexual, just everything. As far as a relationship, it should be brand new. That's his perspective. I'm not saying that this is the right thing,
Okay.
but his preaching on that, I just look at that and I'm like, dang, like, I'm like, oh, I just, if that's the only like content to me that's resonated with me. I want to hear you guys' opinions on that, but yeah, that's free. Take it. So what do you think about what I said?
I think in 2025 there's just so much out there
Right.
on relationships.
Yeah.
But even dynamics, like, I think traditionally there was like more like, oh, these are male roles, these are female roles, and that's all different. That's actually out the window, I think. Now women are taking on masculine roles.
Yeah.
Men are taking on feminine roles. And then maybe someone will say, what is feminine or masculine roles? Like, someone
Right.
might actually feel offended that statement is being said. And
Right.
that's like scary to me. Like, I'm a woman, but like, if I say like a woman should have babies, women even get mad. What do you mean we're supposed to just have babies? And then men will be like, maybe like, yeah, like they are supposed to have babies, or maybe they don't have to. And that's a really complicated topic today. Like, it's complicated. It's not just like, oh yeah, of course women have babies and women should, like, be more feminine or caretakers. It is all different. Like, telling a man he should work, or saying men should work is also like an issue today, which
Right.
is like scary.
Right.
Like, why is that
I
a
just feel like,
thing?
and that's the thing. Well, and let me kind of interject a little bit, because I just feel like a lot of men are not walking in their purpose, and not even just walking in their purpose. They haven't even defined it
or seeking it?
or seeking it. They don't know. It's like,
Right.
I feel like I'm even late. You know what I'm saying? It took me time to really understand that. And then have, you know what I mean? Like, I understand that. And sometimes when we were younger, we had a certain perspective. And especially with black men, like, we're behind. As black men, we're super behind in a lot of things. So we have a lot of, and then even Africans, I think Africans and African Americans, all types of black men, I don't care where region, there is some past trauma. There is. And so, like, now how do we kind of reprogram ourselves to be able to be like, hey, we're going to walk in our purpose, and then a woman is going to be able to identify that. Now, as far as if it's a black woman, white woman, that's a whole nother conversation in
Right.
itself. As far
Right.
as like interracial marriages, I don't have a problem with it. I personally don't want to be with a white woman. I don't. It's not I don't have anything against them. There's nothing, like, I've had my experiences with them, but me personally, I just feel like in my purpose, I think I need to align with African or African or whatever that is, but definitely has to be a black woman for me. Point
Okay.
blank. Like, that I know. But but that I've defined mine.
Good.
So a man has to be able to do that. But we don't do that. We just like, man, whoever's ready to give it up, we ready. That's what it is for men. I don't think
they think
I've
so much.
I've been part of those people.
Yeah.
I can't sit
They don't
here and lie.
think so much
But
about.
that's the thing. Where, like, even the conversations I have with my friends, it's like, I love it. And maybe I'm a problem with it because I'm like, not instigating, but just kind of introducing. We're being like, dude, like, I should be like more like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, let's be real. We going 35 plus. We closer to 40 at this point, and we're talking like we were in our 20s or we just graduated from college, or,
Right.
you know what I mean? It's just like, and I struggle with it. It's like, it's bad. It's sad, really.
Well,
You
so
know?
what I say, like, I don't know if people want the easy route people want things just handed to them.
I think it's just convenient. Yeah.
So
too.
the convenience,
yeah.
like, there's just so much out there, like even different types of relationships, like whether it's monogamy, polyamory, like it's just all
what do
over.
you guys think about
It's all over the place. It's all
Yeah,
over
it
the
is.
place.
You really have an option now.
So it's
You
like
have an option.
there's no like straight line.
Right.
It's like curvy, swervy. It has
Yeah.
bumps in the road, skip
Yeah.
hop. Like it's just so crazy. So
Right.
Yeah.
that also makes it confusing.
Yeah.
You know, it just makes it harder
Right.
to, let's say, define and maybe your purpose, or
Right.
it just makes it tricky to find someone that matches you. So
Yeah.
people also, I think, have a problem expressing what they actually like, or even in the process of trying to discover what you like, it's like gets messy. So it's just all really tricky. And
Okay.
I feel like, again, if you just start on a basic level of saying, okay, well, I'm a woman, I'm a man, like, let's establish like there should be some roles that naturally these work better for these type of people, right? I would say a man is stronger,
Right.
but is that like, oh, like saying too much that a man's stronger? Like, yeah, he should probably carry my bags, he should probably open the door, he should probably protect me when I'm with him. Like, I shouldn't be the one that has to feel like
But
I
if
have
someone doesn't teach them this, and someone doesn't, they just don't know. And I'm starting to understand that some guys might not know. They really just don't know.
just like a woman, I feel like even
Yeah,
if I
even a
didn't know
woman,
how to
sometimes
cook,
they
like,
don't
and
know.
I was explaining this because I was like, I know how to cook because I know how to read and write. Like, let's just say I really had to cook something, I would go open up a cookbook, look up a recipe, follow the instructions, and make it to the T and make it perfect. So it's not that hard. Like, it's not something where it's like, okay, I can't cook, or I wouldn't want to cook. I would like to please my man. I would like to be feminine, be soft, and it feels good to like be able to feed someone. And it's
Right.
like, I actually work. I'm a working woman, and I would
Right.
still like to do that for my man. But I don't want to be like the breadwinner and I cook and clean and I have the babies. I'm everything then. Like, it's like, oh my gosh, like, can the man, what is he going to do? Just sit back and watch his pretty, beautiful woman work, be feminine for him, cook for him? Like, that gets a little bit
It gets
tricky.
a little tough. It gets
does.
a little tough. No, I get that. I
And
feel
he
like-
wants other women. Like, it gets crazy. Like,
But
why
that's
is
a
that
guy,
the
That's what
thing?
I'm saying. Like, that's well, that's a guy a little bit built differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like, again, like a guy needs to know like what he wants, and the women are supposed to identify that. So it's the same thing. You're supposed to be looking at him and you see it.
Right.
You're supposed to be. It's the funny thing is, red flags is only for the women. It's not for the men. It's for you guys. You guys are supposed to see the red flags.
Right.
In us.
Right.
But we're supposed to be doing what we're supposed to be. If you're not
So
doing
what
what
would
you're
a
supposed to
woman
be doing,
accept? Is it like the fact that you would have like stability? And I think most women want stability. Most people, most women want stableness. They-
maybe women. I could do. Men want stuff.
No, women. I'm gonna speak for a
yeah.
woman.
Women.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
say
think
it. I
it's
don't
wrong
think
to
men
want
care.
stability. I don't think it's wrong to like demand like stability
Of course.
and a man to work and to provide and to protect. Like, that is just like what I would consider basic.
Right. No, of course.
I would consider
mean,
that
I
basic.
think-
Like,
I
a man, I
women-
think, was
go ahead.
built, like, made by God to work.
Right. I was gonna lead to that.
That's exactly what I think, like, in every way.
Right.
But that might be so, like, oh my gosh, that's like, a man might ask, do you see me as a person though? Like, do you see me as a human? Like, being,
And that's the thing. And the thing,
you're a
you see-
worker.
yeah.
You should provide. You
Right.
should protect. You should, yeah. And I would say, even for me as a woman, yeah, I think there's also a standard as a woman to be
Yeah.
a helper, to
Of
be
course, a support-
feminine,
yeah.
to be
Submissive.
emotional, a submissive. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And okay, it was something I was thinking about, like,
Go ahead.
you know, I'm Ugandan.
Yeah.
A Ugandan woman would kneel to
Yeah.
her man,
Right.
to elders, and that's
Right.
just respect. And I love that tradition. I
Right.
really love it. And it's funny because I wasn't taught that specifically, even though I saw it growing up. But like, my parents didn't force me to like kneel to anyone. but it was something I saw, but I really, really respected it. My mom would kneel, come down to
Grandpa.
both her knees, and she says hello. And I realized just culturally how significant that is as a
Right.
woman
It's beautiful.
to do that for a man. And I really like it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think that's awesome that you like you've kind of seen that in the culture, and you know what I mean. Like I just feel like with men, it's tough. It's tough, and I think what like as far as men moving in their purpose is like we really have, and especially black men, we in all, I don't care, African, black, when I speak black men, I'm talking about the whole globe, right? Like for us, we're supposed to be moving in our purpose, and if somebody's not teaching you that, if somebody's not practicing those principles into you and instilling them to you,
Right.
you are really not going to know. You're not.
Yeah.
And I feel bad, like it's like that's why it's so important, like even when I have, because like I want to make sure my son knows how to move, and perfectly, like not perfectly, but he knows how to move, and then he figures out how, and it's earlier. But I feel like even me, like it took a little bit more time, but it should have been earlier. I should have been moving in my purpose a little bit earlier.
Oh.
Not saying that I'm not blaming it on mommy and daddy, but it's like,
Or there's
'cause-
distractions, like
yeah,
in general,
of course,
that throw
and,
you off.
And
kind of
I
track.
think, but you have to remember, we're almost like an experiment project, because we're, in a sense, and this is how I'm gonna break it down, because it's like our parents, you know, we had African in the home, but we're going out to a different world than what they're
Right.
telling us.
Right.
And so when we're going out in the world, we're trying to like, this is whoa. And then we come home, okay, we're at home. Then we go back outside, we're like, this is a whole world, you know what I mean? And so now we're trying to define it for ourselves. So
Right.
now we're like the extension of that. So now since we understand where we're at, now we're supposed to instill it the right way. Like the right way for us, the right way that mom, like we almost have to remix, because we have to keep the foundation of what we had from mommy and dad. We still need that. But now, how do we remix it for right now? How do we make sure that, you know, our family's moving in the right direction? That's how. I mean, and again, I don't want to sound like I'm like some like, you know what I mean? Because I'm so observant, and I'm just kind of just, I watch different stuff, and it scares me. And there's things that I have, even me as my personal development, there's like, I really do need therapy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I really do need it.
I have something for you.
I need it, low
Show
key.
so you can
Yeah,
contact
like
them.
I do, and I need somebody that like I trust, that I can actually have conversations with, just somebody that's just not involved in my life at all, that I can actually talk to, you know, because I definitely need that, you know. So it's, I like that you said that you do therapy. I think that's awesome, because there's definitely times I think if I had therapy, I'd be where I'm at even faster. That's why I wish I had it.
Okay.
Because it's like there was.
You could do it.
Yeah, we're gonna sign up.
Yeah, I
New
need to
Year
sign
You
up.
could do it.
resolution.
It's not like someone has to tell you. You
No, I
can do
know,
it.
I get it. I just.
They take
you
time
know,
to get
you have to
there.
remember, like as guys, it's like
Of course.
therapy, ew.
Or like you're
it's
crazy,
therapy,
or
like
it's
what
like
the, like
feminine.
therapy.
Like I
or
don't need,
something.
yeah.
Like,
well,
nigga,
no,
go smoke
not
some
with
weed,
therapy.
nigga.
When you're
Just
trying to
go
be
smoke-
a better
go-
person.
Well, I'm saying
Like-
there's still like not a lot of like encouragement to do it in a specific community. It's
Absolutely,
not like
it's almost it's almost still coming that black,
Taboo-ish.
like, oh, go to the doctor type shit. It's even still that same like
they
black
don't
men
go.
don't go to the fucking, they don't, and I don't care. Black men, African men, they don't go to the doctor. Why? Like like I don't get it. I'm not.
I think you're right.
I don't have that problem. I go to the fuck. No, I don't play that shit. I go to the doctor, and then even when some of the people that do go to the doctor, when the doctor tells them, "Hey, man, dude, you got to take this serious," they don't take it serious. Like it's like, nah, this is your life. Like, don't take it seriously.
Right.
Like, you know, when I hear stories about people, I'm like, God damn, like why? Nah, like, you know. So I think that still comes from that type, and that's the trauma that. You know what I mean? There's some trauma in there. So that's why kind of like for me, it's like I take like, yeah, I go to the doctor. I want to go to the dentist. I haven't been to the dentist in a while. I need to go to the dentist too.
Oh, good.
But then I need therapy. It's all part of that alignment.
Self-care.
You know, that's self-care. Exactly. I feel like I definitely self-care is important.
Good.
Self-care is important. So what's going on? We're in 2025, you guys.
Yeah, good.
Trump is going into power tomorrow.
Ooh. On MLK Day.
Yeah, MLK.
That's low-key disrespectful.
Trump is going into power tomorrow. What do you guys feel about that? We could say who did you vote for so we could kind of get a little synopsis of where everybody's head's at. But yeah, how do you feel? Tomorrow's January 20th, so Trump is going into power tomorrow. Where are you guys at with it? Let me hear from Grace. Let's go with Grace first.
Okay, so first of all, I didn't vote.
Okay. Okay.
No, but it's not because I am able. Not yet. I'm not.
Yeah,
able
you're not
to,
able.
yeah,
Okay,
just,
cool. Okay, but still, you're here.
Right.
You're
of
here.
course.
So tell me
Yeah.
No, I like that you. Okay, so tell me where are you at? Like now, how do you feel about this whole thing that's going on? Trump is going into power tomorrow.
I feel like it's like a lot of mixed emotions. Obviously, we're about to have like our first black, female president. I think that would have been beautiful. Very empowering for the women. I was like, women movement, let's go. And then here we are.
Back to the white man.
So just accepting it for what it is.
Okay.
Because now we can't change what it is.
Exactly.
And just embrace it.
Okay.
And move forward. Yeah. What do you like? What?
I mean, people are. I wonder how tomorrow's gonna be. They moved it inside. They said because of the weather, which that doesn't make sense to me because it's always been at this time. And like, what's tomorrow gonna look like? I don't know why I thought because maybe somebody will try to shoot him on inauguration. I mean, he's already been getting shot at. Like he's like a running around rapper at this point. Like it's getting crazy. So I thought maybe it was for safety precautions, but they didn't say that on the media. They kind of made it seem like it was more of a weather on why, because usually it's outside. They usually do the inauguration outside, but I guess tomorrow it's going to be inside a venue. I don't know where, but I believe from what I heard, it's going to be inside. It's going to be inside this time, which is going to be interesting.
There's all these performers.
Yeah.
I just want to know what that check looked like.
No, the check had to be nice. Like Snoop Dogg is getting a lot of blowback because
Nelly.
Yeah, they're getting
Soulja
a lot.
Boy,
Yeah, they're getting a lot of that check. They have probably an expensive lifestyle that they gotta upkeep. So that's why you have to. And that's the thing with social media and what you say. They keep receipts. So like they're keeping the receipts, so they're gonna send. Oh, you're doing this now, but what about in 2016? Like what you were saying, you were totally different back then. Like social media really puts you on the spot now. Now it's like whatever you better be following it up because they're gonna pull up the receipts.
People change,
and you have to let them.
Yeah, you do, and but that's the thing. We don't let.
No.
Whatever you say, you need to keep. Like they're going to show the receipts. I think
they don't allow people to evolve. They don't.
Yeah,
right. Again, life is new every day for everybody.
Right. No, I know.
It's so crazy, that concept.
I know. And it's funny, the paparazzi, because, remember the F Donald Trump, the fuck Donald Trump, remember that song?
Okay.
Yeah. So the paparazzi went to YG, like, oh, are you still F Donald Trump? Like when he dropped that song, and they were like, oh man, it's different now. Like he closed the door and YG didn't even really answer it. Like but paparazzi, this is receipts. Like you made a hit song called F Donald Trump. You made a banger with Nipsey Hussle. I mean, rest in peace for Nipsey Hussle. He was on that song too. But they made a hit song in 2016, the F Donald Trump. That was a big song when Trump was getting in 2016. Now Like, so paparazzi went to YG. They caught him in LA, obviously, probably like going to a store. That he was going in the car. They came up to him like, right, it's like, yo, YG, like, hey, is it still the same energy? Still F. Donald Trump? It's still, and he couldn't even answer. Like, he just went in the car. It was, I personally laugh at stuff like that because it's like they're just kind of, like, social media is gonna keep the receipts. Like, they got the receipts for you. They're gonna pull it up. It's like, yo, you made a hit record. And now it's like you're brand new now. Right. You know what I'm saying? No, and I agree with you, Bree. Like people, like times change. Like, but we don't, like, social media makes us not forget. Mm-hmm. Like, we have a place now that makes sure you don't forget. Like, I remember how you were talking before because we could pull it up and see, like, you a new person now, or you, like, what's going on?
I might be on to bigger and better things. I don't know.
No, Trump. It's gonna be interesting. I personally, this is my whole thing.
Are you gonna watch
Kamala would have been nice. I don't think she was the right woman, personally. I don't. Do I believe America can have a woman president? Yes, I do believe that. She's just not the person. I honestly think she wasn't a person because there's a lot of things, but let me keep it short. I feel like this is America is a very powerful country, and now it's kind of like we're kind of, in a sense, we are on the downfall a little bit. So we need a leader that's a little bit more stern, and I just felt like Kamala wasn't stern enough. Her paperwork, all she had, she's required to be a president. Like, she has all the accolades to be a president of the United States. Yes, she has it. But I honestly feel like she needs more of a like Michelle Obama type stern. Like, there's like, when I see like Michelle speaking, I take it more serious. Like, when she's talking, I really do. She has that demeanor. I just felt like Kamala Harris didn't have that demeanor. She was almost like a little goofball. Like, I watched her podcast. She did a couple podcasts, and then I also feel like, even at the Democratic convention, like, I'm sorry, like, I love Cardi B, but Cardi B is not supposed to be. No, like, I'm sorry. We have no shade to Cardi B, because I like Cardi B's music. I bang her music. I love it, but she's not for that. I'm sorry.
Do you think they were trying to get a younger crowd?
Yes, but but now we're talking about, like, people like Megan Thee Stallion. Like, it became like a circus. It was a circus at the Democratic, like. You have to remember, there's still, yes, it is. You are supposed to be appealing to the younger crowd, but then at the same time, there's still an older crowd. Like, how our parents look at a Cardi B speaking? Like,
did they vote? It's like that. Did they even show up?
I mean,
or they just showed up for the music? And
I mean, yeah, like, it's just like they got to check. I feel like
the old people went out and voted.
Those people. I feel like we have a lot of respectable black people. I feel like. Why isn't, like, Robert Smith, David Stern, these guys are multi-billionaires. People don't talk about them. They have way more money than Jay-Z, Diddy. I mean, Diddy's in jail, but I mean, to other Kanye, like, you know, guys like Robert Smith. This guy's is a black man worth $11 billion.
Do you think he wants to be a part of it?
I don't know, but I'm saying, like, why are they not? It sucks because I just feel like there's a lot of black rich men, super rich, respected black men, but they're not advertised to us as, oh yeah, I would want to be somebody like a Robert Smith. I want to be somebody like a David Stewart. These guys are way richer than Diddy and Jay-Z put together. Like, yeah. But we're not we don't know what they do. Like, okay, Robert Smith is like an investor, and then capital really investor, like, manages wealth, and then David Stewart is like he runs an IT company. But he's just, like, you go on his Instagram, he only has like 11,000 followers on Instagram. Like, nothing. Like, no influence. You know what I mean? But we have Jay-Z, and look what he's going through with the raping a 13-year-old girl, and the lady can't identify herself. She's able to be anonymous. So it's like, Diddy's in jail. Kanye lost his Yeezy contract, so now he lost his billionaire status. Yeah. It's like, we see them, but that's not the only black representation we have. And it bothers me because it's like, man, like, why can't we I don't know. Maybe Robert Smith and all these guys, maybe they don't want that. I don't know. Maybe they don't want that responsibility. Maybe they don't want to. And again, I would love, like, that's why I would ask them, because I was like, we need to see you. We need to see people like you. Like we see Jay-Z. Jay-Z's great, no problem. But I just feel like there's more options than Jay-Z.
Do you think it's because,
and I love Jay-Z. He's one of my favorite artists, but still,
they're entertainers.
Right.
They're entertainers.
So it's like they're meant to be in the spotlight. They want to be. Like, it's good press, bad press. It doesn't matter. It's kind of nice to be still talked about.
Right.
And maybe that's part of why they're pushed to the forefronts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part
But
of
it's
the
like,
business.
but it's like now it's like, it's almost like their brands are tainted a little bit. They're now we've seen that their brands are tainted. Like
Right.
what's going? Anybody can throw a lawsuit at you at this point, and that is tainting your brand. Diddy's in jail. Like this is somebody that I saw growing up all my life. Diddy's one of the first people I saw on TV. Let's keep it 100 right now. Diddy's one of the first people I really saw on TV. Like, he's like, what? He's in jail now. Like, Jay-Z, like a 13-year-old girl, and the lady's able to, and they're trying to appeal that, all that, and the lady's still able to be anonymous. She went on an interview, did that. Her story's not even really making sense either, but he still has to deal with that. And then it's like, even Kanye had the billionaire status. Then the whole then he was talking diss Jews, pissed the Jews off. Now he, now he separated his partnership with Adidas. Adidas even took a hit too. They took a hit too, which, like, but still, like, he lost his billionaire status. And that's the thing, like, we and as black people, we don't really have, like, institutions built. We don't have hospitals, black-owned hospitals, black-owned banks. Like, okay, yeah, we have black neighborhoods, but okay, but we don't. The Chinese are the ones running the liquor stores. You know what I mean? But see, we don't really have power. That's really it. There's individual, as black people, we just have, there's the people that have some money, but we don't really have power. Like, and because we don't have institutions set up, because we're not being able to look at a Robert Smith, like, people like him, like, this guy's worth $11 billion, like 8-9 billion. Like, you can't compare that to Michael Jordan and Jay-Z, and that's nothing. Or Oprah, like none of them. There's richer black people, and we don't know who they are. And I think that would be nice for black guys to see, like, damn, man, I want to be. Imagine if people can be like, man, I want to be a Robert Smith. I want to be him. Can you imagine, like, black men being like, I want to be a Robert Smith? That's just different. That'd be totally different. But they want to be Steph Curry. They want to be LeBron James. They want to be, maybe you don't want to be Diddy no more, but I mean, Jay-Z, like, maybe you don't want to be Jay-Z.
Pushed. I think it's
but
pushed.
that's I mean, and again, for me, I'm a research type of person. I mean, for let alone, like, all those rich Nigerians, Jesus Christ, like, they're winning over there too, super winning over there. So it's just, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I don't have these enough conversations like this on podcasts. Like, I wanted to be a little bit more intellectual today. I usually talk a lot of bullshit.
Okay,
I ain't gonna lie. So it's just I want to talk about these because it's like, I want people to be like, damn, who says he talking about? Who's Robert Smith? They go, now you're gonna go look him up, so understand his story and see how he got to where he's at. He's from Denver, Colorado. I know his story, but still, like, nobody talks about Robert Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have a
social media?
No, like a documentary about him?
I don't think I maybe he does. Maybe they have, like, little short. He needs one, but I don't know. As far as if he has, like, I've never seen it, but I've, again, like, he's kind of in the cut, but I definitely know who he is.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna
it's-
go find him.
Yeah. So again, and I feel like that trickles down to like the quality of the men. It's gonna go down to that, and then you, as women, trying to assess like what is. I mean, again, you as women are supposed to be like, okay, I'm about to. Someone's probably supposed to teach you that too, you know. And
There was a question
Go ahead.
whether like people who have money should get married or not, or like billionaires, like do they get married or not? And
Right.
like from my understanding on some of the things that I've seen is that billionaires do get married.
yeah, most billionaires are married.
And so then why is that? And
Most
what does that tell?
rich people are married.
What does that
Really.
tell like for, you know, people, men, like
there were-
about marriage, if
what's his
that's a way to maintain wealth, or why would a billionaire get married?
Yeah,
But then
that's
you're
so funny that you said
yeah, so maybe we
No, there's I forgot his name. Maybe engineer, you might know his name. The guy that owns the Twin Tower buildings. Well, now the Empire Building is only one building in New York. He's 93 years old. He's a multi-billionaire. I think he's worth like 8 billion, white man. And he said like the number one thing is to find the right spouse. That's his thing. His whole thing is like, I would not be where I'm at without my spouse. Period.
Did you hear that,
I
guys?
had business decisions. I go, and one of the things he said was, yeah, I had business meetings, and he was talking about when he actually bought the Twin Tower buildings, like the original two that were up there, and so he talked about it with his wife. Like he had the meeting, but who does he go back to? He goes back to his wife, and it's laying in the bed, and he's like, yeah. I was like, babe, I want to buy these buildings, blah blah blah, and the woman was like, okay, if we buy these buildings, and shit hits the fan, are we still gonna be okay? And he said, yeah, even if this thing is bad, it's a bad investment, it'll be okay. We'll still be okay. It's not our lifestyle is not gonna change. So then she said, what's the upside? The upside is we're going to win. We're going to keep winning. But if this blows up, like nothing, our lifestyle is not going to change. And then the wife's like, okay, yeah, do it. Like, let's do it. You know, but then like that was almost a business meeting. Like, but you're laying down in the bed with your wife. Like, this is like, but this guy is 93 years old and still working in the building. And he's like, yeah, like I just work all day. Like, but
because guys are meant to work.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing. I mean, he's a billionaire.
Yeah. So there you have
Right.
it.
Yeah, no,
There you have
I
it,
probably
kings.
honestly,
Even
it's so
at
funny.
93.
I think I'm
Kings.
always gonna work
There you
too.
have it.
No, I think I'm always gonna work. I don't see myself
King.
ever retiring either.
Kabaka.
Yeah. I don't see myself ever like stopping to work. I don't, unless I can, as long as I have my mind and I can move.
Purpose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's where the purpose comes in. But some men don't know. They just don't know. I'm not gonna say.
Is it because like
they don't
the
know, bro.
breakdown of their home, their family?
That's also definitely
There's a
part of it.
systematic process on
yeah,
that too.
there is.
And then I don't know.
But like that's what I'm saying.
I
It's
always
like,
think drugs, alcohol,
Yeah,
more
of course.
women, the confusion, that all adds to it.
it does.
Bad
it does.
groups.
No,
Like I still don't understand why there's gangs. Like I never understood like why there's gangs.
Okay,
Because
that's a
it's
good
like
question.
a
But
group
no, you know
thing.
what?
Like, people wanna group
I've
up
never
and
been in a gang.
be like
okay,
mean to
let me
people
say,
and kill
men
them.
need.
doesn't make sense to me.
I think gangs comes from a self of pride, because I've never been in a gang, but I remember how I felt when I played football, and what that meant, like us working together, us being collaborative together. Okay, of course, gang is more like a destructive thing, and you remember
Or it was meant to be more like family or
well,
something.
no, it was really meant. It was more of empowerment, because
Yeah,
gangs
like
is
family.
deep, because it goes
Yeah.
back to the Black Panthers, then
Right.
the Offset. So but
violence.
originally the
Violence and drugs is, like, where it
original
turned.
was to influence the community and build a community. Gangs was a positive thing, and then it turned into a negative
and then,
thing.
but when it turned,
But it was positive.
But when it
initially.
turned, like, how did that happen? Is it because like they put like red lines, or they put like drugs in the community, only liquor stores in the community, sent all these people to jail? Like,
yeah, no, that. yes, there is an influence there for sure. I mean,
Or the rap music, like I
yeah,
just
the music
didn't
obviously doesn't
understand
help
like
either.
what
But
happened.
I understand gang as men though. I do understand there's like with men, men sharpen men. Like we're supposed to we're competitive. It's like you build your pride with other men. You do. And I got that sense in football. I wasn't in a gang, but I played football. I remember going out in football at Crespi all those days where it's 110 in the valley. We're still going out there, but we're all together. We're all going together to beat the other team. That's another gang that we have to beat them. And that's the same thing. Blood grit. It's the same. But there is a sense of pride with that. And men need pride. And that's where I feel like the gang thing is influenced by. But again, it's the education part for it not to be destructive. You know what I mean? We're not supposed to be destructive. We're supposed to we're supposed to influence the community positive, creating institutions, creating banks, creating schools, creating hospitals, creating black grocery stores. Like that's what we're supposed to be doing. We don't have any of that. You see what I'm saying? Like that's a gang is really supposed to do that.
Yeah, I think
You know what I'm
guys
saying?
fall to
Right.
peer pressure more than
Of
like
course,
women.
of course,
And
of course.
they kind of
There's-
encourage them to do dumb stuff as opposed to like, yeah, like build a bank. It's like you get peer pressured to like go hook up with the fat girl. Like
Yeah, I get it.
that's like, why is that like a thing?
Because
Like
fat girls need love too.
no, but it's like the peer pressure. Like you guys are like, yeah, like come smoke weed with me. Like
Right.
well, like
No, I
it's
get
not
it.
like
Cause it Bree, like with guys, I know you'll never understand it. With us, it is like they're like that's the pride thing. It's like, man, when we were in high school, it's like, yo, man, like what girl you got, bro?
Or go
like, in
smash
college.
and
Like yeah,
dash,
it
like,
was,
something.
it was. Cause the thing is, it's like, cause really, it really should be about like how much money you got.
Right.
Like men,
Hello.
no, we don't do that. Cause it's like black people with money, it's very sensitive. Like it's like we almost want to kill you, and that's what happened. Look at how these rappers that always talked about, yeah, like Dolph. I love Dolph, but Dolph just stunted on everybody in Memphis. Memphis is one of the poorest cities in the country, and he's coming in with 10, 15 cars, all luxury cars, and pulling up, doing the studio, has $500,000 on chains on him, and all his homies have 100,000 on them too, and he gave them money. Like Dolph coming in, and then his music is talking shit like, I'm richer than you, I'm better than you, I did everything by myself. Okay, yeah, somebody's gonna want to come and shoot you. So you see where money, it gets too. That's why it's hard to like the whole stunt thing. It's like that's what it is. But there's still like with stunting, there's a negative connotation with it, where it just should be like competitive. We should look at Dolph and be like, man, I gotta go get mine now. But they don't look like that. They're like, no, fuck Dolph, fuck that nigga. I'm gonna shoot him. Oh yeah, I'm gonna take him out, and that's what they did. You see what I'm saying? So money is weird. So instead of us talking about money, we'll just talk about girls. Oh yeah, how many girls you got? Oh man, I got 4 right now. I was like, damn, you got 4? Oh yeah, how many you got?
They gotta
Oh
change
yeah,
it.
that's
Circle.
really it.
Right.
That's the competitive part, but that's not. That's stupid. You see how
I feel like
stupid.
that conversation was had like this week.
Yeah, but that's how. But really, that's
Right.
So we'll compete with women more than money, because money is too personal. It's still a little too personal, and that's why, like, cause I like there's like a trauma to that. Like, man, we don't know how to get money. Because anybody that wants to take out Dolph or take out Nipsey or take out these guys that were, studying with them, is like, we don't know how to do that. So let's just take him out. That's fucked up. But that's what it is, and it's sad. It's really sad. But like, cause I study hip hop, I study the culture, I analyze the culture, I listen to the music. So and then I see how they move, and it's just like, yeah, that's. You can't, like, when a black man doesn't, like, we don't look at it like, that's the thing, white people, when they see somebody won, they're like, man, how do I do that? I need to start doing that. Man, like, okay, how he's getting money? Okay, let me go do the same thing. Black men don't do that. We don't go back and be like, how does he get the bread? I need to start. Nah, that's not how we think. We just think like, fuck him.
Haters.
Yeah, haters. 100%. 100% we're haters. Yeah, we're just going to take him out. And then now level playing field.
That's like the crabs in a barrel.
Yeah. 100%.
Type of mentality. Okay.
How much more time you were saying? We're over right now. Oh, okay. We have like 5 more minutes. Anything else you guys want to discuss? Want to get out? Shout outs. We could do shout outs too.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, we could do some shout outs.
What do I want to say?
Yeah, go ahead.
So go check out my
Hey.
self-care. That is the theme for the year.
Okay, self-care. I like that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna also get back into my podcast, Grand Rising.
Yeah,
On
please
podcasts.
invite me.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I've been with a therapist at that point, and then so we can have
That's
better.
your only ticket on there.
Oh, shit. Okay, man.
Because then it's a wellness podcast, so we're going to talk about your wellness journey, how that's impacting you.
Bet. All right.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I've never been on somebody else's podcast.
Oh,
before.
good.
Yeah. So
And
I'd love to.
one more thing.
Yes.
Go check out Kakande Creations, my scented candle
Okay.
brand.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh,
And
snap.
add some more into your practices. Some.
Is it
candle.
a website or is it a social media platform? or-
I have a website.
Okay, you have a website.
www.kakandecreations.com
Got it.
and at Kakande Creations on Instagram and TikTok.
Okay.
Oh, and now we're going to be back, obviously now that TikTok's back. So
Yeah.
I'm like, this is my opportunity, like, go get it. So if you want to get into social media, you go do it.
Got it.
This is your sign.
Awesome. Thank you, Grace.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being on our podcast
Yeah.
too. I appreciate you guys coming.
Thank you.
Okay. Shout out, Bree.
I want you to check out Says He Says and Pregame Boys. Bro, it's so incredible watching you on social media. And I'm your biggest fan.
I appreciate
Even
that,
though,
Bree.
like, I've been cringing sometimes, I'm your biggest
I know
number
you
one
cringing.
fan.
I know
So-
I'm all over the place.
No, you're.
But I want to
You
have.
are my biggest fan, bro.
I
Like,
appreciate that,
I know
Bree.
sometimes I like come hard, but it's all love. And yeah, check out my brother's stuff.
Yes, check out my stuff. I'm
Says He
back at
Says.
it. Yeah, I do the Says He Says is. I actually even want to like kind of do more. I kind of want to rebrand. No, the Says He Says will still be that, but now I'm gonna do one that says He Says this, Says He Says that. And that is going to be more of like of YouTube commentary. So I see it and then I do say my comments on it. Because I feel like a lot of people want me to do. They're like, dude, you need to do. Like, it's cool because my little fans that I have, they give me ideas.
Oh, wonderful.
And they tell me like, hey, dude, you would be so good at seeing content and commentating on it. And I'm like, do commentary on it. So I think I'm going to start doing that. That's more going to be, it's more longer form content. So that will be on YouTube more. So I'll just put it on my story so people can follow it. I'll still do my Says. And I'm doing music too. So I'm putting out some music.
Okay.
You're super inspiring, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna put out some music this year. I'm actually, because I did a little Says He Says like freestyle. That was whatever. But now I actually have a real I'm actually working on some music that I'm actually gonna do a video, do a full quality video, everything like. And then I'm actually gonna start doing my podcast in Phoenix. I'm actually have interviews lined up over there because I'm always over there now. So I'm gonna try to be over there, then even be able to come back to LA and start building my brand here too. So I'm excited. Honestly, I just love doing this. I just love having conversations. I love like capturing moments, like just us having conversation here. I appreciate you guys coming. I know it was like short-term notice. You know what I mean? I know you guys are like, I just enjoy doing this.
Oh,
this is
good.
just my enjoyment doing this. So thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you guys for coming. You guys made great points, both of you.
Thank you for having
Okay.
us.
Well, yeah, we're definitely gonna run it back.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Wonderful.
All right.
You.
Thank you.
We out. Pregame Boys, follow us. We're on social media. We are on Instagram. Yes, TikTok is back on, and we're on YouTube. So follow us. Peace.
And turn the fuck up at this pregame. We smoke,